I'm going to start. This is, let's put it back together here so you can see. This is where it starts, okay? So the ribs are underneath. Stand that up. Those are the ribs right under here. So I'm going to start at this side where the ribs are here. I'm going to get under the meat. And I'm angling my knife down toward the bones. So my knife is at an angle like this. If I'm too steep an angle, I'm cutting down. If I'm at too sharp an angle like this, I'm going to cut up into the meat. That obviously I don't want to do. So I'm going to stay angled down toward the bones a little bit.
More or less like a fillet.
Yeah. A wishbone. And I can just take it right off that keel bone.
Spell keel. What do you say when you say keel? Can you spell that, please?
What's that?
Can you spell it so I can understand what you're saying?
Spell what?
Keel.
Keel. Keel. K-E-I-L. Keel bone, yep. Okay, now I want to trim off all this gnarly looking stuff. Some of this is connective tissue, little blood spots, maybe a little bone. I'm going to trim that off. Have you guys, you've seen in stores where you can buy chicken breast, right?
Yeah.
And you've seen where they have chicken tenders? This is the tenderloin right here. This is a chicken tender. Okay? This little flap here. You can leave it on the bottom and cook it whole like that, but it's really thick. A lot of times the outside gets rubbery. I prefer to take it off of there and use it for something else. It's very easy to remove that. Sometimes it'll fall off, but that's ready to go. Yeah, look at all this I have for stock already. That's good stuff right there. That's going to make great stock. So I've got a whole wing. I'm going to tuck that. That's presentable. This is presentable. This is presentable. This one I've got excess fat, so I'm going to trim that. Now that's presentable. You want fat to come up to the edge of the meat or just a tiny bit over would be optimum. It's not always easy to get it like that, but you don't want it hanging over. You don't want a big piece of fat hanging off of it, you know. That's an exaggeration, but. Okay, so that's a presentable thigh, presentable drum, boneless, skinless breast with the tenderloin removed, wing, whole wing. Stock parts. Did you ever eat a chicken tender and there's that one chewy piece in there that there's always a piece of rubber in it, right? Mm-hmm. There's that one bite that you have to spit out because you can't chew up. It's this tendon that runs down the middle of it. That tendon is under here. It's connected to this joint that is connected to the wing. So that's part of what gets the wing in cooperation with the breast muscle to make it fly. That's where that tendon goes. So this is rubbery. This is it's easy to remove, but you got to get a grip on it. You'll have to do this too. And I'm scraping, I'm not cutting.
You usually find a piece like that too in like hamburger meat sometimes.
Yep. It's just meat that wasn't trimmed very well, very carefully. There's that tendon. Sure. Yep. I left a little in there, so I'm going to have to get it out. So then you'll present that boneless, skinless chicken breast. You'll present the tender without the tendon. There's a tender. And see, it's not all destroyed. It's still one piece of meat. Then when you bread that up and give it to the kids in your restaurant, they don't have to chew on that little piece or choke on it or whatever.
So right there, that's what you want from us right there, Chef.
This is what I want from you. That's not all, though. Okay, you're going to have one more thigh and one more drum. So let's do that process over again. I made that crease. I'm going to check this side. There's kind of a fat line there, too, that separates the two. I don't know if you can kind of see that fat line there.
So can you cut on that line?
Pretty close. But I would put your thumb right on that joint. Find the joint. And you can feel it. Just imagine this. It's where those two bones meet. You can feel that right there. Make sure there isn't a bunch of the meat flopped in the way there. And you can cut right in there. See how that works? And that's presentable. And I'm going to trim off some of this crap here. And that's 2 presentable thighs drums. This is going to be an airline chicken. It needs to be boneless. I'm going to leave this joint on. So I need to cut this right at the joint. Same thing as separating the thigh and the drum. It's 2 bones coming together like this. There's cartilage in between them. If you hit that, you can cut right through. What I do is I grab this part of the wing and I put it like this and I extend it. So it's like making it go like this. I'm exposing that joint and I just take my knife right down to the bottom of it and I'm through. You can do the same thing here. You don't have to do this. That's good for stock because that's not good to eat. Nobody eats those. This we can, okay, it's yours. It's got your name on it. All right, so now we need to get the bones out of this. We'll go the same way we did. We're leaving the skin on. I'm going to go right under here, starting from the ribs just like I did on the other one. And I'm angling my knife toward the bones so I don't go up into the meat. I got excess skin here I can take off any time. I'm going to leave it on for now. And then I'm going to have to take that wing, take the breastplate connects to that wing joint right there where that tendon connects. And that I need to separate that joint. There it is. There we go. See that joint or the tendon on the tenderloin? There's a little bone down here. Make sure that's off of there. I'm going to leave this skin on, so I need to trim this up. I want to make sure I have adequate coverage. So.
Okay, the way you just cut that and you said the other part of the wing sticking up, what is it called now?
Airline. Think airline food. And we'll leave it at that. But there's a boneless, skinless airline breast.